On day 3, we walked 14 miles from West Clearwater Lake to the Pine Lake campsite. We made it to the Watap Lake here. Just beautiful. We all sat here and shot that time lapse. And if you look down here, let me give you a better angle. There's a little break between this island and that little finger right there. And we saw a canoe go through there. And actually, going right through there is the Canadian border. So the one in the front is the United States, the one in the back is Canada. It's a beautiful morning. What are we looking at over here, Keith?
You know, I'm not sure what lake this is. I don't think it's the end of Clearwater. It's either Pine or Mountain Lake. Nice little overlook. The sun's directly above it though, so it's super bright.
So last year there was a big storm up here near the Clearwater Lake and a lot of the trees down. And this is what we're walking through right now. But I'm happy to say that Miyagi is blowing its nose and all the trees have been cleared. What do you guys think of the view, boys?
Sure is pretty.
Hard to beat.
Seen one lake, you've seen them all.
God, Keith is such a naysayer. Always.
Mutiny has broke out on the trail.
Cup half full.
There'll be fist fighting in minutes.
Yeah.
This will give you a good shot of that Clearwater tornado damage and what they had to do to clear it. I'm finally coming just to the very eastern tip of Clearwater Lake. I guess the campsite was right down there and I passed it. That isn't the campsite that we were planning to camp at tonight. We still have to go quite a bit farther, but this water on this lake is so clear. You can see logs down underneath the water. It's just beautiful. Made it to West Pike Lake. Another very, very clear lake. And those beautiful autumn colors. So when you're in the Boundary Waters, there aren't as many signs telling you where to go. I just went down to that beautiful lake, probably a quarter of a mile the wrong way. So this is the intersection. That is where I went. That is where I should have went. No signs. You know, the good part about going the wrong way is I just saw a beautiful lake I probably wouldn't have seen if I knew what I was doing. But I guess there's a bridge down here. I can hear the water running. I made it to Gogebic Lake. Ooh, big hill. After I crossed that bridge. This lake is also very clear. These lakes probably all look the same to you, but trust me, they're all a little different and they're all spectacular. Yep, it's that time again. It's beaver dam time. There's so many beaver dams last week on the Sioux Hustler. I'm kind of used to it, but this one looks a little soggy. Water's flowing over a little bit. Feet are gonna get wet. Stop for a little lunch. I honestly don't know if the other four are ahead of me or behind me. I would guess that it's kind of a mixture, but I have no idea. Given that I went off trail there for about a quarter of a mile, down and a quarter mile back, some of them might have passed me. Pretty sure Rob, maybe Chuck are behind. Not sure about Keith and Miyagi, but it is what it is. When I set up this hike, I kind of told them it's a big boy hike. You may have to hike alone. I hope you're comfortable with that because that's the way I do things. I'd like to hike alone, listen to the music. I'd like the company in the morning and at night at camp. Maybe a little bit of walking together on the trail, but hiking alone and just sitting out here in the sun. It's probably 60 degrees. It's beautiful out here. Look at this view. If you sit here long enough, look who shows up.
Throw a trekking pole on the trail or something.
Look at these guys. Kind of a motley crew.
Hi.
I knew I shouldn't have sat here so long. Miyagi, we just made it to the top of a hill.
Almost. What lake is that?
That is West Pike Lake. Welcome to West Pike Lake.
Oh, this is the second to last vista. I like this. You filming me filming you.
You're femaling me?
I'm filming. I can't even talk anymore. There's too many uphills on this day.
Oh, let's look at the vista instead of that idiot.
So this day has been filled.
Miyagi, Keith, and I made it to Pine Lake campsite. It's probably about 3:30. It's real beautiful here. The campsite is actually kind of different for Boundary Waters, where, sorry if that sun's in your eyes, the campsite's up a little hill, so it isn't directly on the lake, but a lot of spaces for a hanging hammock up there. Kind of looking, there's some flat spots down here, but it's pretty rocky still. We're gonna go up here, chill out. Chuck's knees hurting him quite a bit. There were a lot of ups and downs on this section of trail. Rob's not a big fan of going up the hills, so he'll probably be pretty tired when he gets here. But we'll talk to you after we get all set up. Camp is all set up. It's probably a little after 5. Let's see, I got my Warbonnet hung up over here. Path to the latrines back that way. Yeah, he's got his hammock set up over here. John has got his tent set up down here. Like I said, Chuck's knee is hurting, so he thought that he was a little afraid because there's a 0.5 mile hike down to this campsite. And on the map, it looked like it's a really bad hill to go down, and that's what hurts his legs. So he was planning to go up to another campsite, which we're a little leery about because it doesn't have water. But Chuck's a big boy. He can handle himself. Rob hasn't arrived yet. He joked today that he thought that he would arrive at 6. Hike your own hike. He's a little bit slower. He'll get here. When he gets here, you can see way down yonder there. It's probably 300 feet down to the lake. You can see Keith is enjoying the sunlight that's down by the lake, taking some pictures. Miyagi and I hung the bear bags, or the line for the bear bags, and we built a campfire.
Go team.
It's a little cooler in the shade here, even though it's kind of warmed up since the beginning of our trip. What's for dinner tonight there?
Got the Packet Gourmet Market Pasta Puttanesca.
On day 4, we walked 12 miles from Pine Lake to a dispersed camping area near the Pigeon River. We made it to the campsite that we thought Chuck might be at. No sign of him there. That was a dry campsite, so we're thinking maybe he kept on going down this way to where it's closer to water and camping out down there, but we don't know. He doesn't have a Garmin, so we can't communicate with him. This morning when we woke up, Rob indicated that he may be ending early. He was having some knee pain yesterday. There's a McFarland. It's like a state campground. You know, it doesn't have any running water or anything, but you do have to pay to camp there. That's up 8 miles from where we camped last night, so he's hoping to make it to there. He's feeling okay. He'll keep on going, but I kind of doubt that he's going to do that. So either 3 or 4 of us will finish tomorrow, drive back down, pick up Rob, head back down towards Grand Marais. So it's cool this morning, as it's been every morning, but it's good hiking weather. How we doing there, Keith?
Doing good.
Filtering a little
Filtering water, got a smoothie going.
Nice.
Little Packet Gourmet. Yeah.
Nice.
Heard Chuck's doing okay.
Yeah, those 2 hikers told me he was out in front of us. Something smells down here. I don't know what it is. Oh, hi, Miyagi.
Tuna fish coming out of my anus.
It looks like we have John Lake here in front of us. What do you think of John Lake?
I think this is a gorgeous view right here. Wonder what river that is right there.
I don't know. There's a little John Lake down that way.
Gorgeous. It's our first view of the day.
At the lookout here, we've seen a couple day hikers, and the best form of news on the trail when you don't have signal is asking other hikers. And we asked them, and Chuck is ahead of us, and it looked like he's walking fine. So I expect that he'll complete the hike, but we'll get down to McFarland and see what's going on. McFarland is probably about a mile up, so we're probably almost halfway done with our hike already today. So making good time. I saw a blaze right after I left that lookout, which indicated to me that we are no longer in the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness, and the rest of our hike will be on either state or federal land, but not in the wilderness area. So, you know, there might be more signage, but other than that, you can't really tell the difference.
found
Mule,
it.
how you doing?
There you are.
Somebody dropped me off a bottle. I had to take a nap.
Been on kind of a roll here, walked past 2 lookouts that were kind of iffy. Came to the 3rd one here. And I found my new buddy here. Keith, filtering some water.
Yep, staying hydrated.
Nice.
We have an actual overlook here now.
Nice. Let's go check it out. All the rest of the guys kept on hiking. I'm just sitting up here, relaxing. We only got a couple miles to camp, so what's the rush? Thought I'd enjoy the view. I'm looking out here. If I zoom way in, I can see a couple canoers. I don't know if it picks it up. Right in the center of the screen there, right over the top of the trees. You can kind of see their wake going through the middle of the screen. I'm just a little bit farther up along that ridge line. Kind of a similar view, but a little different. You can see the lake still here again. But over here, if you look through the trees, you can see a big cliff. I don't know if you'd call that a palisade. It's pretty nice. Been walking for about an hour or so. Came to another overlook here. You can see over here the other side of those cliffs. You know, we were on the left looking over the lake at them before. And if I pan this way, you'll see just the top of all these, I don't know if they're aspen or birch, just a sea of yellow. Stunning. And you can see down below it, they're starting to lose their leaves, but on the top there's still some left over. I made it down to the Pigeon River. This is where we are going to be camping tonight. We're setting up camp right back here. Pigeon River. That right there is Canada. I just threw a rock in Canada. Canada's officially been rocked. America.
Active aggression.
Uh-oh. You gotta have that one guy that just is offended by everything.
Border Patrol is coming.
Speaking about being offended, what's that smell? All right, here's Miyagi's hammock. Here's mine over here.
It might be your old man's cream.
So this is a stealth campsite. We are in a state forest. We can disperse camp, not in the boundary waters anymore. That is a fire ring that somebody has built previously that we may reuse again tonight. And here is the Mule.
Whoa. It's the
Ready?
Mule, and there's the border.
It's 4:30. We've been sitting here for like an hour. 5:30 in Canada time, eh?
Okay.
Just sitting here, shooting the shit. Some people are eating dinner yet. I don't know if they're senior citizens eating
Right
at
over
4:30 or what.
My bedtime's at
I got
6.
my AARP card. I can do that.
We're just invading Keith's space here, sitting literally a foot away from his tent. He's a smart guy, though. He decided to go in there and hide from us.
I just wanted to lay down.
On day 5, we finished our hike by walking 7 miles from the Pigeon River to the eastern terminus at Otter Lake Road. Morning, friends. We got an early start this morning. It's a beautiful day out. These weeds are a little wet, but I'm only about a mile away from the eastern terminus of the Border Route Trail, which is also the northern terminus of the Superior Hiking Trail. So we're going to be all meeting up at the 270-degree overlook and making the 0.9 mile hike down the Superior Hiking Trail to where our cars are parked.
Woo! We made it! 270 overlook.
Sorry, this isn't it. Chuck!
Hi.
We made it to the 270-degree overlook intersection. Shall we go see? Let's go. This is the end. My beautiful friend, the end. Whew. So I broke 2 camera mounts for tripods. Mine and one the Miyagi borrowed me. So I don't have a tripod for the rest. Good thing we're done. Chuck, let's just take a load off and wait for the other dudes. We're making that 0.9 mile trek from the 270-degree overlook down to the car. Man, that's beautiful right here. Hey, we're almost to the cars. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for my buddies, Miyagi, Rob, Chuck, and Keef. They were great company on this hike, this journey. It was awesome. I mean, look at this. You can't beat it this time of year. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe, punch that bell notification. Check me out on Instagram and Facebook. I've almost completed all of the Boundary Waters trails, all of the longer trails. There's one trail I haven't hit yet. Powwow Trail, I see you, and I'm coming. And maybe next year, if you're out on the Powwow Trail, I'll see you out on the trail. Woo, we made it, Keith.
Yeah. There you go.
Miyagi.
Yeah?
Chuck. Krusty. Woo!